useful mod.
Good morning. Alright, so I don't really actually need anything in here yet. It's been useful for testing messages and stuff. But mainly we've been running tests, and I think we've got our basic message parsing down. Now we need to check for examples of some of the messages I'm ultimately looking for, even though they're not going to be things you can trivially test. And I know I've also got a to-do list of, oh, your docs aren't designed for high contrast either. Message ID tags? It seems like this had this is what we were going through before. That might be something that's useful to parse directly. Maybe these join messages would look useful for determining that we've done that. Commands. How's joining? How is that different from normal join? Membership join, gain, lose, moderator, list current chatters. Okay, so that's why there's a names list. Not immediately useful. Tags. Send message to a channel. Non-subscription, resubscription. Badges, color, user type. Oh. Well, this is send. Okay, so that would be bits if we do bits. And I guess the subscription status could also be for if we want to do sub notices. Room state. Information to replace. Okay. Oh, I might have to enable the tags capability to get this stuff. I don't think we were seeing them in our sample messages before. Message param, the name of the source. User did not enter a message. System message. Resubscribed, gifted. Message sent when a channel is rated. So there's no indication of, because sometimes you get the the host messages. And there's like a whole bunch of extra stuff we have to parse out of this. Where is... Oh, they're escaping spaces, it looks like. So the message says rated. Message ID. And user state. Joins a channel or sends a priv message. Okay, that's actually user state. So I've got a few more of these. Clear chat. Starts or stops host mode. General notices from server. User notice, user state. Message. Message ID. Oh. So there's the tags. But we might also need the notice capability to get the notices. Yeah, so maybe like tags is this stuff. And the notice is, well, they don't really have examples of what they are. Use with the tags capability. So I might need both notice and tags for this stuff. So maybe I only need one of these? Because this also includes notices. C tags. Oh, chat rooms, channel ID. Oh, that's what the whole chat room thing is about. Okay, so this is specific to these notices in chat rooms. Which I don't really... I'm looking for the more channel level stuff, so I don't think I need that one. So this is the IRC guide. I think we looked at the other one, and so we don't think it's relevant. Well, maybe the subscriptions. So we need tags. which I think is like this stuff. Oh yeah, this is like an entirely new thing before the prefix. I guess we're going to have to, well, this is all, okay, so they've got actual examples down here. If we turn this on, I might have to, well, I guess I can ignore messages I can't parse. We might just have to start collecting sample stuff here. And then this gives us the actual, like, notice command, although, Starts or stopped host mode. So yes, host target is going to be a bunch of host stuff. Number of viewers starts or stops host mode. Host target. Host stops host mode. Oh, hosting channel nothing. Yeah, I think that means this channel. Unless it's the same message with hosting channel, current channel. That's not very clear. And it's not there. Host doesn't even appear on this, although RAID does. User notice. Subscription, resubscription, gift, incoming RAID. Well, I may have to kind of keep up a message log somewhere such that when one of the larger hosts happens, we can see how it's formatted. Of course, I'm not doing that logging now, but looks like we're pretty much going to be working off documentation examples for the time being. But RAID is one of the things we can do. So we can work on parsing this stuff, but elevated users are given operator privileges, actual elevation level, the tags capability. Enable the message tags, enable several Twitch specific commands. And raids are user notices, but I don't know if that's a thing you need the commands for. But we're definitely going to need these tags. Caprec. Is it login? Well, it's login, but is it password? Pass. So I was seeing that it was working without new lines, but seeing as we're sending multiple lines, and that's part of the, well, let's look at the IRC. I believe it's always part of the protocol. Well, that would probably let me send multiple, I might be able to new line send that as a single message. Let's try that with stuff we know works. Well, I guess we'd still want that on these. But that would be a single send in the actual write order. And we just do the strings. And right now this is a command batch, so actually that would end up being one command. So we're still going to have some stuff here. So that would be, we're probably going to need that. Maybe we go ahead and keep those together. Just for cleanliness. However, this was taking, well, model.login. We're not sending that to here. We are sending with default empty string. And then this is port socket.send ID of all of this stuff. And I could maybe get rid of a level of parentheses there. Wait. Okay, you're that, you're that, you're that. Where is... So you're bracketed, you're bracketed. Oh, you are not. Oh, that doesn't look right. No, I think we just lost this because that actually is around there. Value is not a function that was given two arguments. Oh, no, because this is the function that we're passing to this. Okay. No, you... So reload. Oh, you know what? I don't think I set this up to log into channel always. So there is some kind of bug here because we get this open closed. Sometimes. Oh, did we? No, we got our channel. We've got our login, and we're not sending anything? Got an error report. All right, this doesn't compile. Nick join. Okay, so I guess you can't send it all at once. Yep. I guess it's actually checkout. No. So I might be able to take... Maybe it's just this that has to be done first, and this could be combined. They seem to be implicitly terminating the individual lines. Or maybe client commands aren't new lines, they're just... let's make sure that that's all happy. Oh no, it's, yeah, this looks like it closed. We missed a quote. Okay, so it's happy with that. Now what about... we batch together the rest of our starter stuff here. Yep. We've got our basic messages, but now I need, well, I need to send an extra thing, and I'm trying to see if I can do that without a whole bunch of individual sends. Hey Dakota, how's it going? Alright, so this thing is going to resolve to a string. This thing is going to resolve to a string. TS, did I misspell something? It's going. Alright, and this is going to be port socket.send. I guess I could also look at this the other way. Oh, test. Okay, yes. Right, because we actually have echo coming in through here. Yeah. So we got U into U into U. That might work to go port socket.send ID. Oh. Unfortunately, that's not what that's one of the things I'm trying to get to today is those extra messages. Oh, I guess I could trigger some of those by having Wondabot host and unhost me a bunch. Yeah, the spacing gets a little weird here because you got that indented to that, indented to that. Something like that, maybe. Oh, but now we actually want to do it like this because the order is different. I'm trying to get to the point where host events like that are noticed. Well, particularly ones with non-trivial viewers, to see if I can like have that like a little separate section. Filters out. Oh, did you... Oh, you mean on your side? Not actually into the channel? Okay, it looks like I might need... Well, I could also do it this way, perhaps. Ah. Oh, with a with some other client that could send it directly? Okay, so that parsed. Invalid nick. Okay, so yeah, even with the RN, you have to do these as separate messages. So actually, there's nothing to rearrange here. It's just reset again. And what we want to add is... well, we know we're going to have to be able to parse tags. We might need commands as well. And I probably need to formalize sending commands as well with some helper functions, but we'll... I don't actually have to do a whole lot of these. All right, so pass, Nick, join the room. Actually, it's going to be kind of like this. Command, this is just a straight up string. Caprec twitch.tv/commands. No, not commands. Tags. Now this will probably break all my parsing. No, I didn't know that. They said you had to log in. Actually, I wasn't able to log in. Oh, do you mean like just don't identify yourself? Let's leave the new stuff out here. I mean, I guess that makes sense because you have anonymous users. Okay. Wait, does it have to be specifically Justin Fan, or is it just anything? Oh, right, because it was used to be Justin TV. Okay. Well, that's an interesting twist. But do those then have to be unique? Like you could have a collision? Okay. Okay. Uh... Oh, 3 to 6. Okay. And pass. Oh, wait, that was... Wait, what did I... Oh, I duplicated pass twice. Nick. Oh, I thought you said password could be random. Yeah, I did. I know that it didn't. Well, it wasn't a Justin fan, so there's that. Oh, okay. Well, that simplifies things. So we could actually set that up so you could log in if you want to for some particular reason, but you don't have to. Although that doesn't give me a way to toggle those features as directly. And I still need to work on that log in, log out. Yeah. So auth stuff. Yeah. So we would always connect. Second test open. This could get weird if you log in after the fact. So this is a map 2, which I think means it only works if you have both of them. Yeah. But then like all this other stuff, well, there's probably a response to successful Nick login that we can use to send the rest, which we should probably be doing anyway. Which would allow us to say, with default, yeah, and that's kind of similar to what this is. Maybe I'm going to have to end up ripping the auth stuff out because it's not necessary. But the guide is like, go get yourself a... well, it says to authenticate. Yeah, but there's nothing about... nothing about that in the IRC guide for some odd reason. Well, yeah, for the chat overlays, I always thought that they were just using their, their system account or something. Okay. So this is either going to be model. I don't know, that seems like a pretty important detail to me, but maybe they didn't want anonymous connections. So then this goes back to you, and then I need to see exactly what message we're getting. when we get a login. Okay, welcome, good luck, have fun. So the final thing is 376 with the prompt essentially. So right now we've got message. Right now we only respond to ping messages. Oh, and I'm not actually parsing this, because, well, I guess ping is... Probably should be parsing it. And arguably, it would be the parameter as well. So we got message. Could this be... Because that will end up capturing the value. Right. Is that in reg? Yeah. No. That was 0. Oh, that's going to be result. So we actually want to say... Do I want to keep saying okay? That would let us handle the error in a single thing. Or do we take this and do like parser run? You know, having a response block for this might not be a terrible idea. I'm gonna have to pass the ID for responses though. Is it result.map? Oh, but this is still... We might want to record information out of this. So this is essentially going to be a full update. So we would have our connection ID, our model. Our message is whatever we get from here. And that is going to be a full response thing. And then result.map error is just going to be... Well, it's going to be model command. It's going to be more like... Well, we already got them. We're currently doing this, but we might not need to do this on successful pars. We're going to have a error to debug.log error. It's going to have to be let. Oh, I'm not sending the... Yeah, I haven't sent the joint message because we need to respond to something. Right. All the levels of interrupt. I'm never quite sure how to indent those things. So then we take some of this stuff. Chat response of... Did I have a type for that? Yes, I did. It's not, yeah, it's not connected to the room right now. So you sent a file called Don't Open Me. Do I need to remove that? Actually, since you said it was a... oops, probably should. Well, it works in Twitch chat, not in, Chatty doesn't care. Yeah, they added that recently so you don't have to time out everything. Alright, so ID. That's our... No, actually, what is update like? Is it model message? It is message model. Chat response. We've got an ID. We've got a model. So then this is... no, wait, we've got... Oh, and... Oh, just because it's the last thing... Really? Update is... I guess because you end up zipping... Adding the model, updated model to every message application. Well, so ID is just context. But the way I'm calling this, I have to make the... and this is more like part of the message. And right now, this is a port socket.event. And then we say event of... Ooh, this is a struct. That's not actually great for matching. We would really want to say maybe case event dot command. So Pong, and ideally, well, we can make sure that works and then check that stuff. Everything else, we just print the event, I guess. And we wanted to grab 376. Would we ever do anything besides port socket sends from here? Maybe it's not command messages. But yeah, I could just return a list of commands to send back. We'll have to see about that. Logged in and send. This is where we go back to this stuff. Well, you are still in testing. Oh, but I also would, well, I'll do it. Okay, yeah, model's fine. In actually, the order reverse thing might be a good place to have some sort of send multiple messages abstraction. Well, that would be a chat thing rather than a, well, that's actually a WebSocket, well, WebSocket interacts with Elm type of thing. Anyway. Model.login, port socket send, command none, join. And this is all misindented because we extracted it. Command.1. No. Command.1, thank you. Oh, that's a port socket ID. Get event. What did I call it then? Oh no, that's the event. We actually need a message. And then message has, that's port socket. Now we need go to TMI chat. Message parser. Message is a list of lines. Oh. So I actually have to do, yeah, I fumble around a bit too, but I try to be able to move around pretty quick. A message is a list of lines. So either here or here, we have to deal with the fact that we have a message, which is actually a whole series of things. So this is sort of the core of it. Maybe because every step can do the model, every step can do some commands. So we have to be able to pass these pass each item in the array to this thing, getting a model command back, which isn't quite the standard update format. I mean, I guess if we did it in terms of message model, with this as a unknown type, then we could just prefix this stuff, move the model out there. And we'll be able to make a generic function, something like, well, there might even be a generic array function for that, huh? Or list. Then repeat range. Not gonna be one of those. Sort of a transform. It has to be a map, a fold. Well, a fold, and then we do a bunch of special stuff with the results, maybe. You're right, because it reduces it at each step, so it's a function. So fold L 1, 2, 3 is saying state 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is actually better documentation than before in terms of the order they apply things. So would we would want to fold L? Yeah, so we need the function that takes a model command and a model command. Well, that's going to batch. It's going to do a batch, which works, but it's a little ugly. The other option is I have to let my own loop. We only care about the final. Well, we have to pass the model to the next step. Oh, but the argument to... Well, that's the reducer. It takes into value the previous state. So we're going to have to take a function that is of the type that we have some sort of message, a model, and it returns a model with the command message. That's fine. And it takes a list of message so we've got a step and a messages. So then this is where it gets interesting, because this is going to be... Oh, is this just fold out? No. Maybe I need to actually define the reducer here, which is ABB. Because that might just be fold all. In which case it's message... Well, no, because the update takes two things. No, because yeah, this is this would be the updater. So this would be message type model command message to model command message list of message to model command message. And a model. Oh. I guess we'll just have to start this with command none. No, because the reducer is just this. And not the list. I'm thinking of the other thing. The reducer is A to B to B. And it takes a message and a oh, but this has to take the function that it's applying. And then it becomes a thing that does all of that. I'm probably thinking myself in circles here. And that is a function of message model command message. Yeah, okay. So then one step is step message model. Let M2 command 2 equal that, and we just want to return a new pair. Model 2 command.batch. And, ooh, I get to control ordering here. And with the messages before, we were finding that it reversed the order in command batch. So the front ones get done first, which is actually what we want here. We want the older ones to get done first, presumably. Although that gets gnarly. Because if I return a batch within one of those commands, those are going to be reversed. Or these won't, well, we're going through the list in order, so that should be fine. And this is probably the wrong name. I'm not quite sure what to call it. And then if we redo this to fit that model, which is we need to curry the ID that we've got message model. Then we can so that's passing the list though. So this is the events. Events? No. Lines in the message is a foldle of chat response ID and current model and command.none to start it out. Foldle. List.foldle. Port socket does not expose a message type. No, because that would be not port socket.message. No, wait, you... Right, in that sense. So you were actually doing lines now. No, not port socket. This is... did I just do chat? Event variable Parse event. This is now a line for sure. And I probably need a better name for this. Okay, chat response call produces. Foldle needs the first argument to be. Oh, this is actually reduce with this. And I think that's the wrong name because like Foldle kind of is reduce, from what I understand. Sign branch results in auth login, current follows, hosts, location, navigation key. This is where some structure differencing would be really nice. Actually, I thought it used to say, hey, hint, the error is in blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is a result. Oh, I need a... that maps the error, but I actually need... is there a result with default? No. I don't really need to map the error. Well, that lets me print it out in that case, but with default is basically covers that. Yeah, okay. Then return a given value. But, oh, that makes, oops. Doesn't allow us print the error. Okay, so this actually lets us say, debug log it. Oop. And then result with default. Argument is result, was piping to a function that expects result. The argument is list of parser, list of chat lines. So these are the error and wait, that's a list thing. It's a list of function, chat line to model, which means we have messed up this somehow. Oh, by not, oh, so this is now a self-contained thing that applies to a list. Okay, well, running and running correctly or compiling and running are still two different things. Okay, so we're doing individual commands. Was logged in a... Yeah, yeah, I didn't really have anything to print here. Probably... Okay, we did that. We didn't print the message out to see if there was something else, or just the prompt, essentially. So, we got the join. Then we got our name list of ourself. All right, we can pretty much see that through here. And this is just our default parse. So arguably, we could ignore a lot of this stuff in here, although it'd be a lot of ignore lines. And eventually we probably shouldn't be printing out the unknown. Well, that would be one way to get rid of all the known things. But for now, what we've done, well, I probably did too much at once, but I wanted to break out the anonymous user, and then that got us into this consequent thing. And that means that if I do like log in, I guess a full reload will take care of it, but I might need to arrange to switch user. But this is one of the cool things about streaming. You get people coming by who know things that aren't documented, or have wrestled with IRC chat before. Turns out there is anonymous chat login. And if we want to be really fancy, we could generate the random number somehow. So now, with all these lines broken out, we do kind of want to 001 2 3 4 375 372. We don't really care about that much. And then we will see the join message if we were successful. Oh, and actually, we're still printing out this up there. So we are seeing some of this stuff. Okay, so message, parse. And for the time being, we will be seeing these at least. Message, parse. Okay, so ignore some of that. Ignore some welcome messages. All right, now. Oh, I left this in the comments anyway. We can see if we can get tag caps. So break all our parsing, more than likely. Parse, cap, ac. Okay, so it was the last thing. Yeah, WebSocket message. Ooh, I'm not displaying anything on error. I thought we would map error here. Oh, I guess that we mapped it, but it didn't actually execute that branch. Because we said with default. So we would actually want to do this as a case of okay lines. We don't necessarily need that. And that's going to be a little bit long. Error. Error. And this is where we can use that dead ends thing, perhaps. This does still have to be a let in model command none. Message, message, message. So did we not send? Or did it decide we were already capped and didn't need it? Because we didn't get an act there. And, oh, it's back here. Okay, so that the cap itself parsed. Oh, that's right, I had to do, it was this that it failed on. And we are not seeing an indication that our error got caught here. Names, ACK. Wait, so this one wasn't reversed? Or is that just how the server interpreted it? I mean, I guess it's not a big deal. We got our cap ACK there. Yeah, I guess they're ending up close enough together that it's, or maybe joins actually take some time on the server. Anyway, so order reversed doesn't matter here. All that much. Okay, so cap ACK, and now I want to know why our error case is not firing here. What are we getting here? Result, okay. Oh, there's the cap, okay. Oh, it's parsing is okay, nothing. What? That's annoying. I mean, maybe that could happen? The parser isn't failing, it's just not doing anything? Well, we've got an example now. We put this into our test cases. Sample chat, sample tag chat message. And we're back to testing land. Connection line, chat line, tagged chat line. And I don't know what I'm expecting out of this, but it's definitely something. Error. Okay, so here at the line level, And I guess this gets washed out in the way we're doing our loop somehow. Which actually is something I wouldn't mind fixing in and of itself. Well, no, because it has to be aligned. It's not a parser error. Okay, well. See, what is the structure of message that lets those through? It's a line and spaces, or we're done. Oh. Should I require end? Needs the right seed to be a... So end produces a nothing. So this has to be a... identity, I guess? The value needs the right argument, which actually is this thing. Does that actually mean we just do something like that? Say parser blah expects a. Since we don't care what this is, maybe this becomes more like the above one. Or we have to say, grab this thing and ignore it. End is a parser of unit. That is a unit, a parser of... Oh, end is a... Oh, right. Right. Well, this might actually be sort of appropriate in that we have to be able to say... unparsed trailing characters in message. Our problem. But our problem is a string. Oh, no, it's actually the function. So maybe we do need to map. And it's actually the type of end that was an issue. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that should take care of that, and I think that will take care of this. Yeah, so now that's an error. And now we're printing it twice. All right, now, about the actual parsing. Parsing numeric command. Parsing IRC message, expecting first digit. Parsing alpha command, parsing IRC message, alpha character. Okay, so line. Optional prefix is either we find this or we find nothing. In this case, we have an @ symbol, which can precede. So this is optional tags, I guess. So now our line has to allow for tags, which should probably be a list, huh? I mean, we can start with a string as a baby step here. Expecting an @ that gets a ooh. It's going to be tags. Prefix. That uses the fully qualified user, which means this will probably use some helper stuff. Now, before I was trying to be exact in my definitions, that we might just make this. Oh, because this could be fully qualified user or host. We haven't gotten into the details of this yet, so this is probably just everything up until a space, which surely we have that somewhere. Chomp while equal to space. Looking for it to begin trailing. Middle. Actually, middle works. So it is something like this. For the time being. Oh, and this is still prefix. Oh, actually, probably wouldn't be a bad time for a break. Ooh, we are not doing the optional part of this. No, that's the optional part. We're expecting to start with @ or nothing. Oh, could not find. Right. Optional prefix was used somewhere else. If I can spell it. Oh, did I not? I hadn't actually put this in yet. Argument needs to be. Oh, now all of my examples are wrong. Because chat.line is nothing. So this type is starting to become unwieldy. This is actually expected to be just all this gobbledygook for the time being. User type equals nothing, apparently. Yeah, no, I sure don't need that here. Oof. Okay, that is getting especially unwieldy. Do we have more lines? No. Oh, right, we've actually implemented enough code to do a string, which is enough to get it to parse stuff, but it would be nice to kind of do the tags properly. However, it probably is a good time for me to take a break. I'll be back in a few minutes to parse some tags.
Piles and piles.
All right. Science time.
Or science.
Aww. The platform is, however, facing up and trying to balance itself to the floor.
Yeah.
Well, not all experiments are successful.
Okay, I'm back. I got some food though, so I'm gonna be playing while I eat. If anybody died while I was gone, I'm gonna load it. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself for now.
¿Hay alguien en el punto? Sí, una fara.
Ah, que tiene la skin de... Ah, qué fuerte. Yo quiero esa.
¿Cuál? ¿De qué?
La que no tiene, la de Symmetra. La de... Esa es Symmetra Warframe, totalmente. Es Symmetra Lotus.
Sí, sí, me trago así, vale.
Espérate, te voy a enseñar.
Vale, como tienen, claro, tienen una fara para mis cosas.
Oh, gotcha. Right. Fahrenheit. I live in a country that uses ye old Celsius. So I was like, what? But that totally makes sense. 100%. Okay, let's get liquefiable stuff. This is ice and snow. Copy your settings over. Like that.
Todavía no sale despertado.
Ah, a ver, sí.
Vale, yo lo veo bien.
Vale.
Métete en un arco.
All right, welcome back. So we've got tagged. So we're successfully parsing this as one big string. Are there any comments about how these are supposed to be comma separated list? Okay, we've only got single, but that's another thing we could kind of handle in stages. Color equals. Ah, that's probably used for some of the alternate the Chinese characters. Information to replace emotes. Well, maybe we'll deal with that in a moment. Unique ID. Messages duplicated? Oh, maybe this is for some of the more meta events, like the resubscribe extra message. Mod. Is that... Okay, I'm not a... Has a moderator badge. Okay, that's the badge itself. Sent only on raid. Okay, so that stuff we're going to want to look into later for events. We said there was no host message here. Oh, depreciated use badges instead. Ah, okay. So this used to be mod, global mod, admin staff. User ID, user type is depreciated. Oh, and here's an example with. I don't know why that was /1. There's an example of emotes. So we can use this as an additional sample later. For now, ooh. So the easy thing would be to make it a dictionary. We could do a struct. That would be less tolerant of adding new tags. And essentially every field is going to be a maybe anyway. So you're not going to save that sort of existence check of... Well, you could get compiler checking on name matches, but... Or I could do an enumerated type for every field and have an array of them. That would allow you to have different types. So we could have badges, list, color, probably a string for now, display name, string. Emotes could turn into something... String, 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 Boolean. Let's maybe we baby step that as a list of pairs. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually running this right now, unfortunately. I mean, we can do that, and we should be able to see Badges. Oh, emote only, yes. Emotes. So I guess that's a number you can use to fetch it, and maybe that's documented there somewhere. Yeah, so it's probably like a URL to a PNG or... And then, oh, then maybe it can use that to get different resolutions depending on the context. Okay. Anywho, we still need to be able to break these. So we're going to have this kind of staged setup. Yeah, we'll have to test that too at some point. So it's eventually, we know it's we want to end up with a list of something. Maybe we just start with a list of strings, because it'll be something to kind of baby step our way into this. So emotes is actually there if there's no emotes. So maybe some things, well, some of them are documented as being only in certain cases. But I guess certain fields, well, if tags successfully enabled are always there. So it would be like a maybe tags. Do I even need, yes, because I want that to be... Room ID. Subscriber. TMI sent timestamp. Oh, Turbo is probably a little bit of an anachronism from badges as well. Depreciated, use badges instead. User type, depreciated. So we could just kind of remove those things. Well, there's all the other message types besides, like, priv messages. So that makes me a little bit nervous to... make these static fields of it. Although, I guess if I have, like, if I have a enumerated type for the different types of messages, then we could start asserting that certain fields were expected in certain cases. All right, so we're just going to do that for now. Just break it into strings. And it's going to, ooh, syntax error. That line needs the argument to be maybe string. We can produce an empty array even if there's no tags. So then when we do optional tags, we actually... well, not really, but... this is a string. So tags, then, is our list string. And you are maybe, not a maybe list string, or, no, list string. So if we have that, we parse the tags. The tags are a... So params is probably the closest. Well, no, there's also the message list itself, which is probably a little bit closer to what we're looking at here. So tags, well, I should just keep you. Parsing tags, tag step, tag step, so this is state. I think this is both state and final result. So list string is fine for both of these in our current state. And ordering doesn't even matter here. So this is saying this is not going to be line spaces. This is going to be, I guess we'll have a single tag. I mean, it would still be nice to have it reversed. So it is in... this is not going to be an end, though. This is going to be a... We are expecting to have a space here. I guess that could be spaces. And you are just a tag. How do we handle the intermediary character? That is spaces. It takes it if it's there. We could take a single colon. This might actually be sequence, because it's a separator character. Start. So we've already recognized this by the time we get here, so it would have to be... Oh, this is string. Well, it either succeeds with this sequence, or it doesn't. So that actually... Now we do have to map that, but I think map is a thing we can do. So this might actually fit with a demand a trailing... Oh, trailing... Okay. That we can work out. And we can look at... tags equals just... Okay, so there is not a trailing... Now, I don't think the advanced version is going to be that different. Not really. So we think this actually gets totally replaced with sequence, because it's already in a one of. Start equals, oh, we do have to do tokens for everything. Which makes this a little bit more annoying. Separator. End is space. There's a thing called spaces. Spaces equals, oh. We have no spaces here. That's like a parser dot, is like a none? How do you define a parser of nothing? That would be just a succeed unit. What is spaces? Yeah, parser of nothing. Spaces equals succeed unit. Item is a tag, and trailing is forbidden. Or did we bring in everything? And then we don't need any of this stuff. We do still need a tag, though. Which is going to be any character. Because this already has separator. But probably the things in your item do not include that. So we still kind of have to do if we do chomp while, I guess if they had successive semicolons, that would make sense. Because this is going to check for. So then it would be okay to just do a little thing here. C, where C is not equal to semicolon, is a not equal to, and C is not equal to space, our expected terminators. And tag is a message parser of string. Now, sequence is a parser of list blah blah blah. But we do have to allow, okay, and this is also a list, so that should be, it's either there or it's not. An equal sign. Oh, we forgot our trailing bracket. Sequence needs the first argument to be end token problem. Parsers. Oh, I put symbols implicit in this being a token. Oh, it's not a nothing anymore. Okay, so we got past all that stuff. So chat.line. There's that one, and we're done. Just call produces a maybe list string. Oh, did I leave the just in? Yeah. Okay. We have produced a list of tags. Now, what do we want this to look like? So, the proper tags seem kind of freeform, so it's very tempting to just do like a tuple or, I mean, or just make the entire thing a dict. But we could do specific parsing, like, you know, this is a list, for instance, if we do enumerated tag types. Which is good. Yeah, I should probably checkpoint this. Because that is going to be a very large bit of code. Starting to parse, chat tags. So, the thing we want out of this, and I'm wondering if maybe I should take a step through tuples just to get some of my parsing done. I could probably do this better with search and replace, couldn't I? Within there, search and replace equals with quote so that will now fail because it's the wrong type and you won't even compile. So a tag, there is a stage where we need to get to a tag. Or I guess we would want tag name. So tag, yeah, tag. All this stuff is tags, is currently a list of string. Line, optional tags, list of tuple of string. And you are a parser of string. So we need a Well, if something like this for like tag name and like tag value, although this will actually become different values for different tags in some cases. Oh, actually tag name. Might be a variable. Start with probably alpha. Inner is blah blah blah. And reserved values you don't want to match. Now I think keyword exact is an exact keyword, so we don't, well, if we're going to parse each one differently, we could do keywords for all of the badges we know, and it would just be a big one of. No, not badges, tags. So actually, but that doesn't parse anything. And that would actually also accomplish the mapping when we get to that, but we're not there yet. I don't want to be doing all that stuff out. So tag name. So we expect, I mean, really it's supposed to go to just the equal sign, but and then a tag value is going to be to one of the terminators. And then a tag is going to be, so this is where we get into sequencing. Of, is it tuple.join? Which actually gives us our function of tag name and the silent. Actually, you might be able to do that with the operators. Token equals. Oh, tag value can be blank though. So this actually has to be a, well, no, this is a chomp wow, so this can be blank. Should we demand that there be a value for a badge? We probably should. It's just string right now. Oh, and these I copied down. These are just strings. Tuple.pair. Okay, so I guess we do need this. No. Oh, it's symbol in this case. Okay. And that much passes. Although it might be completely different when we do this, but if we break it out by keywords with their own parsers. Parsing tags as tuples. All right, so now we've got I guess I could still be parsing them as strings with values as strings, but set up the table, and then that would be kind of one step. So tag one of, I can use keyword. Oh, keyword. Well, we can do some kind of map or something. Right? So right now, we're trying to get this to pass with badges. This is a sequence. So I'm going to have to retype this for now, because we're eventually going to do a different value. With succeed, let's see, tuple.pair. As our intermediary step. And you expect, so that produces a nothing. But we want to have customized parsing, which means we can't generalize. Well, unless we do a multi-stage thing where we do name equals and then come back and, well, it's essentially running a different parser. If we get the value and then do it. So let's pull this out. Equals is a message parser of nothing. I mean, it's kind of a parser of ignore, but then we can say ignore. I could cheat and do that. Since they're all essentially keywords anyway. So we're all putting them in as literals. And then we're just going to use tag value for all of them for now. And we can check syntax on this. It's not going to be the right value for sure. Oh, it's a token in advanced. Oh, you know, Can we do tag name is a message parser? We could actually do string for the time being. Oh, but this has to be of a specific string, so we're eventually going to care about this. Of something like this, and then this is a token. Token name and looking for a not badge. Looking for a tag. Name. Followed by an equals. So then we can do tag name. Oh, we produced a string, but we said throw it away. This is a parse error. I mean, we could do this as our interim solution here. We still have a parse error. Oh, I missed my balancing bracket here. It's one thing Elm is not so helpful with. Oh, I've still got my other tag name. Parser, context. The type annotation says it should be a string. So the way we've got this set up, it's producing a... Yep, nope. What does that do? Because that should be... Oh, because keyword produces nothing. So actually, yeah, okay, fine. We're back to that. And it failed a lot. So we error looking for tag badges. So it did not actually parse. Well, it's hard to say because we would have had like extra stuff, and then that would kind of lead to unparsed junk. And that was a one of that failed, so let's see if we can go back to something like this that just grabs everything else. Let's get chumped string. Oh, but we need for this to succeed. With C not equal to space. So I want to get down where the values are different. Okay, we got an okay, we got a tags with nothing. So we've proven out that this little thing is successfully parses one type. And right now, the types that we support are color, display name are the tags we support. Emotes, flags. We might want a generic unknown tag thing, which means we still need a generic tag name parser. ID. Mod. Actually, is mod a depreciated one? Or is that down? Nope, mod is still not depreciated. We'd have to have a produce nothing option, though. Some sort of maybe to ignore some of those depreciated ones. All right, mod. Room ID. Subscriber. Depreciated, but we still have to parse it. TMI sent TS. Turbo. Depreciated, but we still have to parse it. Now I guess I could do like custom types for things that we care about, and then just have like a generic tag, string value. So we're gonna probably want to catch all anyway. Is there a user ID? There's a room ID. Oh yeah, turbo user ID. And we have to parse user type. And then we should not have any trailing stuff. Ooh. Unaccepted runtime exception. Okay. Utils equal. I mean, we've done the list of tuples before. Did all of these one-ofs produce too many options in an error case? Well, give me my succeed there. See if that helps. Okay, that actually does help. Badges, broadcaster, color, display name, emotes, flags, ID. And then nothing. So it seems we ran into something we couldn't parse, and then it just matched to everything else. So we got to display name, emotes, flags, ID, mod. Oh, because I didn't change this. So we had duplicate cases in our one of. Okay, and then that will pass. And then hopefully that duplicate was the cause of our failure there. But we would like some kind of catch-all. So we need a unknown tag, which looks a lot like our tag value. And this does have to be a string. Well, it's more like, even more like a tag value. And then this is C not or was equal to C not equal to equal. Maybe variable would be better there. And then we want to say succeed tuple dot pair if it is a unknown tag and a equals. Right, we don't have parameter anymore. Oop, that's the wrong one. Fourteenth element. Oh, we have to actually grab the value. Okay. So we built all that out. So once again, baby steps. Case for each currently tested tag. Now we kind of need, let's in our test. Let's baby step this again to just do all of these as strings. Want to, well, I can do quote comma. And we're gonna get rid of the quote anyway. Display name. Oh, actually, yeah, it's gonna be a typed thing. Oh, is this a message ID? Let's say port thing. Still, that's makes me a little bit nervous. Oh, this is all going to be chat dot, isn't it? Unless I import all of that stuff. Chat.id? Chat might still be dealing with multiple types of IDs. And this is where I could, oh, this is where I was thinking that I could back off and do like generic string tags for certain things. I don't yet know how I ignore an item. I would have to have a maybe that gets filtered or something. Okay, so, I mean, user type we actually expect to be nothing. I guess I could have a chat dot, well, nothing, or maybe make all the depreciated things as the unknown tag. And we haven't done any of these, so... All right, we've got lines, we've got tags. Type alias. I guess it's really this is really a tag equals bar. And we're just going to make them all string for step 1. And then this can be a list of tag. I guess we don't have a tuple type, do we? All right, now our tag parser this is going to produce a badges, a color with that argument, with a display name, a emotes, a flags, a message ID, a mod, a room ID, a subscriber, a TMI sent, a turbo, a user ID, a user type, and a unknown tag. Well, oh, I don't need chat on here. Oop. That cut me off a little bit there. And I'll do it again. All right, so tag equals unknown tag does take 2 things. You know what? There is a parser and then, so I could do parse generic tag name. Well, I'd still put the switch table, so it's probably fine. Oh, we have to export all of this stuff. Line. I guess I haven't actually exported the tag parser, huh? Tags are before prefix. Chat test, exposing all. And we passed. Enumerated type for currently tested tags. So can we... I mean, I guess this is mostly just a parser. We don't necessarily need to be filtering out the useless stuff. I'm looking for you to remove depreciated things. But now we can start looking at which of these should be other things. I guess the easiest ones are, there are a couple of ones and zeros. Which are actually booleans. Comma separated list, display name. Emotes are going to be a thing. ID is effectively a string. Login. This can be omitted. Mod is a boolean. Well, I guess I'm going to be doing this in parallel, aren't I? Chat test mod is false, even though I'm the channel owner, which is interesting. So now we're doing, well, once we've got a boolean working, those will be, I forget if it's bool or boolean. I guess it'll tell me soon enough. So we need to do, actually, does parser have? Oh, it's bool, okay. This would probably be keyword or keyword with value or something like that. But it is bool. Tag name, unknown tag, equals tag value. So our generic tag value parser, or our tag bool is a message parser of bool. Tag bool in context parsing tag bool. It will be one of the, ooh, it's kind of a keyword. I guess the standard way to do this would be succeed true. Well, actually, that might work. Now, I don't remember if I had to do, like, error messages. Oh, it's a token anyway. So symbol or keyword doesn't really matter to us. I think there might even be token. So how that's different from symbol, I'm not sure. Token X problem. And then for mod, token function expects one argument, but got two. Oh, because I actually have to make that a full token. Chat.mod. Oh, did I not update this? I didn't save it. All right, and then let's see, subscriber turbo. We do have to do this. Bool, even though these are the appreciated ones. We'd have to filter them out to be a nothing. Well, this... yeah, it says it produces a tag. All right, so that was an easy one. Room ID, we could parse a timestamp. I could go grab that from... oh, no, that's actually a Unix timestamp. That's not the... I was thinking of my duration parser. Well, baby steps. Parse bool tag values. However, that is going to add... oh, we've already got time. Probably needs to add it to here, though. Not here. How do we set the test for that? Well, that means you are gonna need import time sent timestamp. We think should be a time dot. Is it from or to? We'll find that out from here, probably. POSIX 2 millis. Time dot 2 millis? No. Millis to POSIX. Oh. Value. Produces time.posix, but it needs it to be string. Okay, so we got it to a POSIX. Chat. I mean, we kind of want that. Okay. Time dot. Yeah, it's a minor enough thing here to leave it out. All right, so you tag bool. All right, so this is going to be a int. Which we've got, right? Well, the int parser here is a little squirrely sometimes. So it's an int. You have to handle the negation Wait, x.x. Okay, so what's our... Maybe this isn't worth it. Search for basic words is so terrible. Parses integers. Int string. Got run int on this. So that's just a parser. This has 2 arguments. XX. Oh, this is the definition of X. Expecting invalid. Two potential problems. And they're just problems, which we've been doing a string so far, which, I mean, maybe we could build that out at some point. Maybe the documentation for number tells us what these mean. Provide all the potential problems, but it doesn't tell us anything about what it means. Yeah, it's just... And then that we want to... So right now we've got this pipeline where in context, this... But I want to say... Map this onto time dot... what was it? Release to POSIX. Okay. Chat test. All right, we got you, got you. The IDs can be strings. Get status. We have done so far. It was time. Parse time stamp. This is an array, properly speaking. And then from there, it's just the badges. List of string, so it's not going to be very mad about that. So this is going to be a tag, a badge list. What was... comma separated list. So I don't think we can use the array thing because there's no... or the sequence, because there's no terminator. Until we, well, that would be if it stopped being able. Yeah, I don't know if that can do sequences that just sort of stop when it can't parse stuff. I guess we could test that out. So we had a sequence, which actually had starts and stops and stuff. Tag timestamp. Is a list of strings. Oh, start has to be an actual token. I don't think there's any way to do a null token. And we can do token nothing, separator comma, end is nothing. Spaces is, oh yeah, those are tokens. That's a parser. Yeah, token, 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 parser. Parsers you can make. Item is badge. Badge is a parser of string. That's even if I had a variable, I'd still have to have all the specifiers for what goes into it. It's becoming repeating your first and following characters. Although this could parse a nothing. So maybe there's something to that. And this, well, no, it still cares about all those termination conditions, I guess. Because that would indicate something going wrong. Not equal to comma. So badge list. I guess there could be someone with no badges. Okay. That was surprisingly easy. So I guess I can use that just for things that are separated. I probably couldn't have used it for messages because that trailing thing is weird. Maybe could have used it for the internal messages. Or params, rather. List of badges. Now, it looks like we may have been ignoring this. Oh, no, that did compile. Okay. All sent for user notices. So we've got a bunch of new stuff here. Yeah, so we got a whole bunch of stuff. And do we still have message parse failed? This is probably an earlier version of something. I don't remember what state things were in when we did this. But that is... I should probably put this into my test suite just in case. Because that is a that is a sample of a single emote. And actually, do we have? Okay, that is a 2 emote one. So thus far I've been keeping all my sample data here. Maybe beyond some simple sample data, I shouldn't be doing that, but well, I guess I don't know that those are. Sample emote chat message. So I've already got something here. Chat test. Oh, we have to expose that. Or maybe I should make a separate package for all the sample stuff. Or a separate module, rather. Although these are somewhat harrowing to test. Because you have to specify everything. So we expect... that was that one. U to be badges empty list. Chat color. Okay. Actually, this is going to be kind of annoying to get. Chat. Emote value. Flags, none. ID is going to be annoying. Mod false. Chat room ID is going to be the same. Subscriber false. Time is going to be different. Not exactly what I wanted. Turbo, probably false. I didn't see it. User ID is going to be different. Okay, it is in fact an error. And that's not really telling us anything about where it failed. Wait a minute. Expecting equal. Oh, the message failed. Right, all this stuff. Oh, right, and that's channel. So now it's in 0. And that's also going to be... Oh. Well, I can grab it easy now. All right, but that doesn't fix the fact that it's an actual parse error for strange reasons. I might need to see if I can pretty print the dead ends somehow. Parsing a numeric command. Parsing an IRC message. Expecting first digit. Parsing an alpha command, alpha character. So it seems to have failed. What I need to know is what it's recognized up to this point. Well, let's well, we can get more examples easily enough. So I might actually have to, because I've been thinking about wrapping up anyway and getting on to Step Mania. So we might have to put off parsing into emotes. Oh, I wonder if I stopped at any colon somewhere. Let's just take a quick peek. Other one. Where we are doing optional tags. No, this doesn't care about colons. Well, maybe tag does. Yeah, I don't think any of this stuff cares about colons. So yeah, that'll be a mystery for tomorrow. All right, so that's it for the programming stream. I don't know if we've actually... how recent that is, so we'll go ahead and do published version. So that's it for that. That is for next time. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hosting. I am going to be back to do some Step Mania. But that's not programming, so I totally understand that if people want to go somewhere else. I'm usually doing this programming stuff in the mornings. And then sometime around now, and maybe a little earlier if things wrap up nice, I'll switch over to Step Mania on many days of the week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is what I've been doing so far. And I plan to be back to try and finish. Still finish up Island 4 on Kingdom 2 Crowns Shogun this afternoon. So I will be back in a few minutes if you want to hang out Stepmania. Otherwise, goodbye and until next time.